Guys, stoked to be here. Let's fucking go, baby. Okay, we got send update number 7. Okay, today's the 26th of April, and let's get into this future cash. Let's send it. So what do we got here? We got a few things we're talking about here. We got the core team update. We got the new site. We got a Paymaster preview. I'm super fucking stoked about that. Big Boss dropped that in the chat about a few days ago, and man, you got to see this thing, okay? And then we got the giveaway winners. We'll get to you guys. I know you guys been wanting that Sendies, all right? So let's get into it. I want to talk about, we've kind of fleshed out our team here a little bit, and this kind of seems like the squad that we're going to be running with. Let's go with me. So, I kind of equate, the Send squad or kind of building in crypto and a team kind of like to basketball, right? So it's kind of like the only people that are on the court are pretty much the builders. I don't consider myself a builder, right? Of course, I love to build products, but I think that the people that are actually building the products are the builders. And these are people like engineers and designers, right? Myself, I'm kind of like, operations, like a coach, vice president, vice president of basketball operations, things like that, right? So let's go over our players. So I'm the coach, right? I lead vision, strategy, community, marketing, and financials, right? We know that I do that, okay? Now, Big Boss is our MVP, okay? And he's the architect. He does design, research, and development, okay? He's giving it to you easy there, okay? He does a lot more than that. The dude is a fucking beast, okay? Ritesh, everybody knows Ritesh. He's our lead designer. We know how good he is. He does design thinking, user experience, and interface designs, marketing graphics, layout designs, photo manipulation, and product quality analyst. Okay, we know how good he is, right? Victor, who we all know is our front-end dev, okay? He does product engineering, incentive design, UX maximalist, full stack, data consumption, and visualization. Okay, and then BZ's kind of our infra guy, right? He's on the court as well. He's an engineer, right? He just actually recently set us up with our new infrastructure stack. So we're running our own nodes now, bare metal. So we don't use anybody else for that. Like some people use Alchemy or some other providers. We use our own stack. Okay, that's all in-house. And BZ does architecture, implementation, back-end integrations, and DevOps, right? Shax, as you know, is a new engineer that we brought on a couple weeks ago. And she does responsive development, component design, performance optimization, front-end architecture, and full-stack integration. So all of these people are pretty much full-stack engineers, okay? They can do it all. They don't like to. BZ doesn't like to do front end, and we're not going to put that on him. But these guys can all do, and girls, Shax. Shout out to Shax. We can do it all. Okay, so these are all full stack developers. Okay, the two front end are Victor and Shax, and then the back end are Big Boss, BZ, and then H5. H5 is a new engineer that we just brought on last week. He does feature design and implementation, similar to what Big Boss does, but these guys are good, man. I think I kind of undersell them a little bit, but these guys are fucking badass, okay? And then Gustas has come on part-time recently with us. He's going to be working on half with us and half with Wolfgang. So Wolfgang is the design firm that helped us on with all of our branding. And actually, you guys should go to thewolfgangproject.com to see their updated site. It's beautiful. And so Gustas is working directly with Wolfgang, and he's decided to come over part-time to kind of help us out, help Ritesh out a little bit more on the designs. And he does brand design, UI, communication design, brand messaging, layouts, and visuals for social media, print, and other mediums. So that crew that we have right there is a very good tandem right there. So we have 7 pretty much players that we put on the court. And I'm happy to run with these guys anywhere, and I think we're pretty solidified right now with our dev team and the people that we're competing with. So shout out to all those players. Let's go into it. So this week's updates. So as you know, I just told you that we deployed our own pretty much stack for our own nodes, running bare metal. We're not using anybody else's. This is all in-house. So deployed HA dedicated RPC infrastructure for Send mainnet and Sepolia. And BZ's also finishing up the new tag search back end, and he should be done with this coming week. So again, this is when you're searching to send people funds to the activity page mostly, right? So now we go into Tawny, who is Shaq. So she merged 2 PRs for styling and activity screen for both desktop and mobile views. So again, Tawny's doing, she's doing, front end work. And then she read more about Tamagui and Tanstack Query. So these people are learning, right? We love that. They want to continue to increase their knowledge. So H5 Law is a dev that we just brought on. I'm super stoked to have this guy. He's a freaking beast. He began onboarding and troubleshooting issues. He updated contributing guide with info on certain issues, and then he began familiarizing himself with the code base and tooling. So Big Boss and H5 are going back and forth in the chat really this week about the rewards and how we need to be incentivizing the Sendit rewards to people that are giving back to grow the Send app economy, right? So right now that's pretty much just distributions, and you register a Send tag and you're holding a minimum 150,000 Send for the Sendit rewards number 5. But in the future, when Send app accounts or Send accounts are out and people can send and receive, it's going to be very important that those rewards are given to people that are helping grow the Send app economy. So there's a lot of math that's going to be involved with that, and fine tuning as we get that right? Before or right now, it was, what I brought up was not incentivizing the whales to get as much because they've already gotten so much, myself included. Round number 4, I got, I think, 49 million Send, and that's just too much. I think this next round for round 5, which is 300 million, but it's only about 3 weeks, I think I'm getting 20 million in this round. But that's going to continue to decrease, especially, as I said, when Send accounts come out, because we can't be incentivizing people that are just holding Send. We need to be incentivizing people that are giving back and spreading the word about Send and Send accounts. So shout out to H5. And then Ritesh, this week he worked on buy and sell other tokens on chain using USDC from within the app. So before, Ritesh was doing kind of what is known as a swap, right? We know that in crypto as a swap. But Send app is not a trading platform. It's an investing platform. And the difference between that, when you're trading, you're swapping back and forth. But with Send, you're investing. So how that works is instead of swapping, you're buying and selling. And this is an important distinction for normies or for people that we want to onboard who are not in crypto, who don't want to be in crypto. Just because, they have no interest in it. But they do have an interest in saving money and sending peer-to-peer transfers, right? So again, you're buying and selling within Send app. You're not swapping, okay? And that there's a big difference in that as far as UI and how that works. Okay, so number 2, various marketing templates for any future use case following brand guidelines. And then housekeeping, rearranging and cleaning up the Figma file, which is ongoing. So the Figma file, if you look in here, this is, if we go back to our files, we look in here and we're looking at, where we at, Send app design. So he's kind of cleaning all of this up. Let's see if this is going to load right here. Okay, well, we'll come back to that maybe some other video. In the next video, I'm going to be sharing new designs actually for the upcoming app and what those look like, and I'll go over all of those designs. I know I've showed a little bit those in the past, but I want to show them all to you guys. So next time. So Victor, he has quite a bit updates. As you know, he's our first front end dev. He did the token details page was enhanced with market data. He improved the coin list and UI optimizations. Referral link functionality was upgraded, and the home screen was updated to include token parameters, referral links, and connect wallet feature. And then various bugs and typos were fixed. So as you know, I said once we lay this foundation of this app, then we're going to be moving a little bit faster, and I think we've done that thus far. Shout out to Victor. And then Big Boss, the big dog, right? Our MVP. This update, he focused on the Paymaster gas estimation, which I'll show Joe in a little bit, which I'm super stoked about, right? Onboarding process, modifications, shovel and permissionless updates, distribution testing improvements, local net development fixes, CI and CD pipeline enhancements, and various app updates related to user operations, transfer mutation, and Paymaster's gas calculation. I don't know what a lot of that is, but I mean, fucking run it, baby. This guy's such a beast. I mean, I've had a few people who I've talked to who Big Boss has done work for in the past, and they've told me, you really don't understand how good this guy is. And it's one thing that he is so good, and he's such a good leader for our team at onboarding, devs, because we have had to onboard new devs, and he does that with such patience and grace. But this guy, he really, really loves what he does, and I could tell that he gets excited about building Send. He doesn't want to work on products that bore him, and I think a lot of devs are like that. So I'm excited to be working with him, and he doesn't want to let his team down, but I don't want to let him down. It's important that we keep this culture of being excited and as we like to call it, so cliche, but bleeding edge technology, right? When you're at the forefront of things and you're building on bleeding edge technology, it's exciting, because other people aren't doing it, and you're kind of pioneers in the space. So we're both excited, and I want to send a big thank you to Big Boss, because he leads all of our dev efforts, and he's really good at it, really good at leading the squad. So the next one, that's all of these updates. What I wanted to go over is kind of our as you guys know, we released this new Send.it site, and the Wolfgang did a really, really good job of this. This is super cool right here. We have the East and the Send, and then you can open this to buy, but this is meant to be a V1 of the site. So future cash, okay. Join the Send revolution and experience seamless spending, okay? At Send, we're not just a fintech company. We're pioneers in a financial renaissance. Our platform is where intuition meets innovation, where your transactions are immediate, secure, and as simple as sending a message. We're here to redefine what you know about money, right? Again, it's a beautiful site, very simple. This is the V1 of our site. Later on down the line, when we have, stores coming from the Sendit page, and people can actually look at goods, similar as you would at Shopify. This will be a little bit more where you're looking at plans. If you have, how much are plans to open a store, or what are the fees that we take. But for now, it's just kind of meant to get people kind of interested in Send and kind of what we're doing, and kind of understanding what it is that we do. Right, it's designed for merchants. These Jordan Retro High, we got to change the price on these. These are going for about $4,000, $4,500. I looked it up, so we got to fix that. And then we have the frequently asked questions. What is Send, right? Send is a platform for secure transfers of USDC stablecoin. It offers an intuitive mobile interface for sending and receiving USDC with end-to-end encryption. Send token stands at the core of our ecosystem, designed to reward and empower our users as an incentive token, and unlocks a world of exclusive opportunities for users within the Send platform. I seen the video that Stripe put out. So Stripe's back in the game, right? And they're enabling people to pay with stable coins with from Stripe stores, right? Which is fine, right? And I think what the differentiator for us is, for one, Stripe still has their fees, right? They're still charging merchants whatever it is, 2.9% plus 30 cents. So they still do that. So merchants are still paying that, right? They're not getting away from that fee. And to do that, I think would completely disrupt Stripe's business model, right? So I don't see them coming down, but I think the future fees for USDC and payments online, e-commerce, is going to be less than 1%. And this is, again, if you've seen our deck, this is possible because of, layer 2, like Base, and stablecoins, right? So because of those two things, stablecoins and layer 2's Base, transactions are just cheaper and they're faster, right? We know this. We've been talking about it, right? So this is looking good. Seamless. We got this little ticker on the here. Let's go to the about page. So why Send? Discovery, right? It talks our mission, our vision, right? Transactions are more than exchanges. They're instant connections made possible by the simplicity of QR codes, ensuring a contactless, secure, and efficient experience. Actually, going back to this page, what is Send? And what I was talking about Stripe. What separates us from Stripe is, again, those two things, but also is what it says right here, the Send token, right? So we have we have the loyalty, right, and points, and then we have this rewards, right? So loyalty and then rewards, where you're rewarding for using the app. And I think that's kind of a differentiator for us when we're going up against these other players, right? And these much better players with many more resources than we have, is we have that token, right? The token wasn't just created just to create a token, right? It's to drive growth in the ecosystem. That's what tokens are created for, right? If you've seen Nick's post on Twitter from One Confirmation, he talks about that, right? What Deegan has done, you know, tip to earn, right? Or you know, what is that platform where it was run to earn, right? I forget what they were called. Run to earn, right? Or play to earn, right? With gamings. Well, you know, with Send, it's send to earn, right? And you know, I'm excited about that, right? Everybody knows what this is. I always say that it's simple. This shit is not complicated, right? So again, that's what we have is we have loyalty and then rewards in this Send app ecosystem, and you know, the play here is send to earn, right? Let's go more. Let's go back to our about page. You know, these are kind of our values, right? Simplicity, autonomy, innovation, inclusivity, and community, right? We've talked about that, right? Users are in full control of their financial dealings with no intermediaries. Innovation, a forward-thinking approach to integrating finance into the social fabric. Inclusivity, a universal tool that is accessible to all, breaking down financial barriers. And community, fostering a sense of connection and shared experiences through transactions. You know, I'll say this right now to give, we'll do another giveaway right now. I'll be looking out. I won't give the amount. It may be 1 million. It may be 3 million. I'm pretty giving when it comes to my send and just money in general. But we need to hammer this home. These values, we need to continue to hammer this home. Simplicity, autonomy, innovation, inclusivity, community. If you look at Jesse Pollock, the way he speaks about base, and he's always talking about the brand values, and he talks about it over and over and over again. And we need to be the same way. We need to make sure the people that understand what Send is about. So if you guys are doing threads online and you've watched this video, and you're doing threads on X or on Warpcaster, tag me or tag Send, and I'll be sure to see him, and I'll reward you with some Send. Just make sure you put in your base address. But let's hammer this mission and these values home. All right, make sure people understand them. And then the team, of course, you know, there's myself, Alan, Ritesh, Victor, you know, here's Wolfgang, and then we have H5. We have 2 other people, which is BZ and Shax, and I'll ask them to be on here. We'll probably do, you know, like 4x4. BZ doesn't want to be on yet, but he's going to be on here soon, hopefully. And then join our team today. We're looking for a marketing director and a writer. I think that's important, and you can connect with us right there. And then let's look at product a little bit. So, you know, heart of our innovation products are crafted to cater both to the individual user and the forward-thinking merchant. Experience the future of finance with our robust suite of services. So this is kind of, again, this is a V1 site, right? A step-by-step guide. So again, create an account, add USDC, send it, right? And this is going to more pertain to once Send accounts are live. But again, this is a V1, and this is going to continue to change as we go on and as our product evolves. The power of Send token, rewarding, you know, core of our ecosystem designed to reward and empower our community. You know, the Send token stands at the core of the ecosystem design. Okay, so these texts are the same. We got to change those. Holders of the Send token. Okay, so we got to update this. Okay, in engaging visionary. Okay, building on base, right? Innovation. Send is thrilled to be at the forefront of blockchain innovation by building on base, Coinbase's advanced Ethereum Layer 2 platform. Okay, accessibility and security. Nice, nice. Okay, love that. And then we have the contact page where you can reach out. Okay, so this is all good. Okay, so let's kind of, we don't want to keep these videos too long. Let's move on to the Paymaster video that I'm super stoked about. Okay, so let's go here. So I'm gonna kind of give some little bit of narration here, but let's listen to Big Boss.
Currently, this is the only way to search for other users. So let's just type in some random things.
This is the activity page. And what he's gonna do, he's gonna send to this guy.
This is the only one that shows up. This guy. Let's open up our network. So we can see, basically this is the send flow. I only funded my account with USDC. So let's send this guy $5. You see here it's offering to sign in with my passkey. Because I didn't save my passkey in 1Password, we're going to close that. There it is. There's the one that I just created earlier. So let's select it and approve. So I just signed the transaction.
So he's signing the transaction.
And there it is.
So he's sending this guy $5, right? And it asks for his passkey to approve this.
And the bundler took that user operation and signed and sent it with its own EOA, and we can go and actually look at that transaction on chain now. And you can see here, so we sent $5 from my Send account to this user's Send account. This was the Paymaster taking 10 cents basically, so to make sure we could pay for the gas fees. Refunding the excess of the gas fees, and this is the base fee that we'll use and send out to fund operations and our treasury.
Okay, so let's look what happened here. So he sent this guy $5, and this happened all on chain, right? Now, he sent $5, so you can see that. Now, the top line is the Paymaster. So the Paymaster took out close to 10 cents. Now, we know that fees on base are not 10 cents. They're about 1 cent and less, right? Even less, right? Half a cent, and even less than that, right? So, in this example, it's 10 cents, right? Well, 5 cents, as you know, immediately goes to our treasury, right? Because that's what we've been talking about. That's how we make money, right? We're going to make money off this Paymaster. Of course, some apps are going to come out and they're going to charge, it's going to be free to send. We're not one of them. We're going to charge 5 cents to send, right? We're comfortable with that. And we're going to use that to build, right? And then it refunded, as you know, some of the gas. So in this example, or in a future example, when we're live with this, I could see, the situation would be like, let's say 6 cents, right? For the Paymaster. 5 cents would go to us, and then 1 cent would be for the gas, right? Depending on how much that is. But this is something to get excited about. Big Boss has worked hard on this. And I'm just stoked to see this live, because we've been talking about that. We've been talking about bringing this revenue like this, and just to see it in action here and getting closer to send accounts is something to be excited about. So let's go back to this. So
I hope you enjoyed my talk. Send it.
So let's send it. So that pretty much wraps up the Paymasters. And let's go on to our giveaway. And let's spin the wheel right here, right? So these are the people that we had, and we'll go around this 10 times, right? Let's go ahead and start this. Brother Kute. Remove. Shout out to Base God. Shout out to all these people, man. Appreciate you guys watching the videos. I'm happy to send from my personal account. It's really not that big of a deal, but I appreciate you guys watching the videos. That's a big deal to me. Yanni got in there, huh? Shout out to Normie. Love that username, Pancake. It's a great one. Karen, shout out to Karen. I'll find all of these. I'll find all of your addresses on chain. I'll have Big Boss get them, and then I'll just send them directly to your wallet. Again, everybody's getting 200,000 send. I think we are probably I think that's maybe 6. So we need 4 more. Maddie Dandy, 7. Three more to go. Dad. Sorry, Damon. ETH King, number 8. Kudix, number 9. And let's see who the last one is. Number 10. And of course, we end with the boss, like the big boss, but not big boss, but the boss. Congrats, everyone. And again, thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Shout out. Send it.